Hey guys, hello, this is Michael, and I quickly want to show you how to edit picture. A simple way to edit picture using your Photoshop and using the tool I call Camera Raw filter inside your Photoshop. It's very simple to use, and I'll quickly show you now how to do that. So this is my picture. I have the original here, so I'm going to work on this one here quickly, and I want to be fast with this. So the first thing I will need to do is I will ensure that on my layer panel, my image should be on Smart Object. It's very good for you to edit your picture on Smart Object. The reason is that you can easily copy the effect from this Smart Object and place on another picture, but if it's on rasterized form, you can't copy the effect. That's why I love to put my picture on Smart Object before I edit it, so that I can copy the image, the effect, and use it sometimes later, because there are some times that you have a very fast work to do. I do have time to edit pictures like that. You can, when you realize that the pictures are similar pictures, just copy the effect and place it on the new one, then you can work faster. So the first thing I need to do is I want to work on the levels first. I want to work on the curve first. I want to brighten up the image a bit. I want to brighten up a bit, then I press OK. So the next thing I need to do is I go to my filter, I click Camera Raw filter, or I just click Ctrl Shift A on my keyboard to bring out this filter box. So here is my filter dialog box. So this is where the tools are. If you're using an old version of Photoshop, you might not have it like this. You might not even have it in some other old version. If you're using advanced version, that's the latest version, you have it, you see it here. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to work on everything will be on 00. So I start my editing from details. Here is details. I like to first start with details, and I use my sharpening. I sharpen it almost to them, depend on what the picture is or how the picture looks like. So for this kind of picture now, I could sharpen it to the end and reduce the noise a bit. I don't like to use very clean face for my pictures. I don't like it because it doesn't make it look real. So sometimes I like to just leave some texture, skin texture on the picture, so that it will look real. And as well, you can also zoom what you are working on. You can zoom it in to see what you are actually doing. I like to work with my pictures bold so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so you can adjust the noise reduction very well, depends on what you want. More, I like to see some textures on my picture. So when I'm done with that, I'll go to basics. Just a very simple trick. This time is about just simple trick. So I will reduce the black a bit to sharpen up the image, to make it look sharper. Then I'll use my shadow to create more depth on the image, so that it will look great. Because if I leave it like that, those depths sometimes are very great when you are using them on pictures. So just add it little, then little highlight. I don't like much of highlight on my pictures. Also you can add little white. So the contrast, be careful about your contrast. Don't overuse your contrast, so it not be too much, just little. Yeah, 17 is okay for my contrast. Let me take it back little. Then you go to texture. If you like, you add little texture, but don't make it too much so that it not look weird. If you like, you can just add like 1. Let me just add like 2 plus 2 texture. Okay, so you can explore other options you have here, but everything I do or with the picture depends on the picture quality I have. So let me just add little vibrance so that it will look shiny. Understand? The more you go, the more it has kind of yellowish, but I don't want that yellow effect. So just add little vibrance to it. Then can zoom in your work. Can you see now that it looks sharper now compared to before? So I click OK. I want you to compare the two together. So it's a very simple trick that you can easily use for your image to edit it. So can you see now that it's not the same anymore? This one looks brighter than this one. Now there are other tricks that you can also do if you want to make it greater than this. One of the things you can do is that you can duplicate this file, Ctrl J, duplicate this file. Now edit the one on top. You go to select, go to subject, to edit it. So it's a very fast way to crop your picture. You will just bring out the shape, and you can just go ahead and do little editing. So let me just quickly do that and come back. So what you do actually is that you would select the picture, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, to have a copy of the picture you have just edited. Now this one, don't forget to get it back to Smart Object this time. Now what you want to do is that you want to create this kind of blur effect at the background. So I'll create this Gaussian blur effect at the background to make it to push it away from the picture a bit, so that the background will not compete with the picture. Just make it lead to something like this, so that the picture will stand out from the background. So I think that's a kind effect you want to. All these things. One of the beauty of using Smart Object is that you can actually turn off this effect you have here. You can turn it on. Now if I should put off this one now, for instance, I can put off the Gaussian blur and see have my image back. So you see now, that's one of the beauty of putting your picture in Smart Object before you edit it. Then I can put it back into the image. Turn it on. So I've turned it on, then I turn on this my layer here, then I have this effect. So this is just a simple way you edit your pictures without having any issue with the original picture. So I just want to add little my shadow to just create a kind of intentionality to the design, to the picture. It's just something more intentional. Yes, they're not really visible. I don't like to make my shadows too visible, just little. That is hardly to notice. Yes, and just little like that, to just create that, to bring out that form on the image. So this is how you create your edit your picture. Don't make it too much when you're editing your picture. Can you see the difference is there? This is before, this is after. And if you want to create, there's a way I did my DP. You want to create another effect, you can just use this. So this one, what you just do actually is that you turn this one to black and white. You go to adjustments, you go to black and white here, and you click OK. So the one under too, you do the same thing, image adjustment, in black and white for the one under, so you have that effect. So if you want to create some kind of colorful feel on it, what you actually do is that just create a new layer. You'll go to your brush tool, change it to your brush tool, then increase the size of the brush and let it be on this one. You increase the size of the brush. So personally, I used my brand color X code. That's so I use that color code. Then I come to this place, I use my overlay, then I start painting over the picture. Sorry, you need to increase the opacity so it's visible. Increase the opacity, then you see that's how you create that effect. Use your overlay, that's how you create that effect. Can you see now? So it's just about you just being creative about these tools. Anything about tool you are handling is about creativity. So just be creative about with the tool you are using, and just use it. Before you know, you have something fantastic. So that's how you create your image. You edit your image and create some effects to it. So that's it. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Till I see you next time. Have a nice time. So just try something out like this. Let's see how far you can go about this. Just be creative and be playful with your picture as well, but don't overdo the editing so that it not look abstract. Make it look real, and let the skin texture still be there to make it look real. So have a nice time. Bye guys.